Hello everyone and welcome back to Warframe. I haven't uploaded a Warframe video in 76 days and 18 hours, but don't you worry, I'm back. Kind of, I guess? Not sure. I would love to see more of this nice dancing Octavia animation. This was good. But the rest of Warframe, maybe not so good. I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of a review of everything that changed on the new mod system for Corpus Proxima and new Railjack. A lot of players might have seen the new Railjack and thought, hey, maybe this is a good time to come back. There's a bunch of new things in the command intrinsics, there's a lot to test out, and there's going to be a lot of new content. I haven't done any of the missions yet. I will be doing them soon. But right now I just want to talk about what I feel, my reaction to what they've done to the mods and the systems, like the avionics system and the battle grids, all that things. So as soon as you log in, you're immediately greeted with a little bit of a return. What they're doing is they're giving you back some of your investment that you have done for the last, several months. However many days you put into Railjack, they give you a little bit of a return. For me, I got 10,000 endo, a legendary core, and these mods. So when I saw these mods, I thought that they were maxed out when I received them. And this is just my mastery rank 30 test from the last time. So I thought I was getting these mods fully maxed out. And when I read about a new mod system change, I was like, okay, that's fine, as long as I get to keep what I already have. I did notice this too. This is something that needs to be fixed right here. If you used to be able to just slide roll through this doorway, and now every time you go up and you come back down and you slide roll, you get caught right on the edge, which is really annoying. So if you come up to the Railjack system now, you can see that they've added in a few more regions, a few more areas for you to actually accept missions. So on top of the ones that they had before, they had Earth, they had Saturn, and they had the Veil. Now on top of that, we also have Neptune and Venus, and some of the older missions have been changed. So here's the Venus, for example. It follows the same format. Just start doing missions and you'll unlock the next one. And in Veil, you'll notice some of our old missions have been taken over by Corpus ships like they're battling. Saturn seems to be unchanged, and Earth seems to be unchanged too. They're just starter zones. Pluto is new, so same format. We're just going to have to grind our way through these new missions, and the Veil seems to be like a new versus area, like Corpus Crossfire. Right here, what I'm doing is I'm going to my Railjack in the escape menu, and I'm going to... So Plexus is your mods, and Intrinsics is the points that you've earned for all the missions that you've done. In a previous video, I showed you guys that I had maxed out my Intrinsics, but when it comes to the Plexus, everyone should be on a relatively normal starting entry field. But I thought that the mods that I had would have transferred over to be usable again. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to be the case, and this is really, really upsetting to me. To me, I think it's really unfair that I spent all these hours grinding on new things, or like old things. I used to have so much Dirac that I used to just max out mods before trading them. It was a joke to me. Like, I had so much of the previous resource that I would just give away mods at the maximum rank because I didn't need it, and it was helpful to other people, and other people said, oh, I want this. But now that I'm going over the new intrinsics, I'm just going to touch up on what I think you should change your intrinsics to, and how to go about things moving forward. So everyone's intrinsics were reset back to rank 0. And if you are max, you should have 4,092 to work with. What I do think is important for these intrinsics is, at the very least, you should be getting rank 8 to rank 9 for all these things. You can see at rank 8 to rank 9, that's when you get Archwing and Necromech cooldown things. So in Tactical, you get Archwing Blink. In Piloting, at rank 8, you get Archwing Speed, Necromech Haste. Gunnery, you get Vengeful Archwing. And then on engineering, you get some necromech and archwing bonuses too. Right now, I'm just going to go straight into command. I thought it was interesting to be able to use your captured liches. I've captured, I think, like 20 liches. So I thought it was really cool to be able to use them. You can see here the rank 8 is unusual crewmates. Converted liches become available as your defender crew on your Railjack. So I haven't gone to Fortuna, I haven't checked out the defender crew, but what I did do is I just boosted it straight up to rank 8 so that I can use my converted liches as my defender crew, which I thought would be really cool. After that, I just decided to go back and boost everything up to ranks where I would be getting bonuses in my Archwing and in my Necromech, because at the very least, when I'm using those in other missions out in the world, I'll feel like I'm actually, moving at the speeds that I'm used to and playing at the gameplay styles that I've become comfortable with after having rank 10 and everything. I've become accustomed to having these buffs, and I just don't want to play without them. So I decided to just go straight across the board, rank 8 and everything, just to start off with. And then I thought which ones I would want the most. It's a little bit of a difficult decision, for sure. But just when it comes to thinking about things, there are some things that I think are a lot better than others. If you have max rank Intrinsics and you're going to be working with the same standard spread that I'm working with, it's going to be my recommendation that everyone takes Gunnery back up to rank 10, Piloting back up to rank 10, and if you're thinking about playing solo, I would definitely take Engineering back up to rank 10. And the reason that you want to do that is because on Gunnery, a lot of people will be used to the Snap Aim Assist, and Flush Heat Sinks is really good because Flush Heat Sinks is going to just immediately reset all of your cooldowns on your guns, which is a new thing, very good. On Piloting, ramming speed was so big, and in low-level missions, ramming speed can just let you plow through so many enemies, and it's very helpful, and it also reduces some of the incoming damage. When it comes to solo play, the choice between, join warp versus picking up the remote repair, I think the remote repair is the best, especially with the new command intrinsics. I think a ton of people are going to be trying out command intrinsics, and I think the ability to remotely repair onboard hazards is going to be very, very important for most people, because they're going to wind up putting their liches in all of their command slots, and maybe you won't be playing with other people. I still don't know how this works. I'm still not sure if as people join, your liches will get cycled out one by one, or you'll just start the mission in solo, or for each lich that you fill. Who knows? It's going to be hard, but I will grind out the last rank just to be back up at 10. And hopefully, I'm not sure if they'll let me, but if I can, I'll grind out the full 1000 Intrinsics so that I can get rank 10 of Command 2 whenever they release that. If you weren't aware, here is the base outline of the ship, and here is your plexus. So this is like your new mod layout. It's a little bit confusing to me as why they didn't just put it in the old mods. I would have preferred to have the plexus just be connected to the old mods, especially if the idea is just mods in general. And if we have to level up the mods at the old modding station anyway, it's just a little bit annoying to have a different location just added in. This is what really got me going, though. This is what really made me upset, is they took all the mods that we used to have, max rank, and they changed them. They changed them so that instead of using Dirac, they now use Endo. And I've always hated Endo. I've thought that Endo is the worst. Grinding Endo sucks. It's literally just a grind where you just have to get Endo. And now that they've done this and they've converted it all over to Endo-based mods, I thought at the very least you have to give the players enough Endo so that they can refill all their mods. I don't think it's fair for me to have everything maxed out, and because of this transition, to have everything taken away from me. Right now, I'm just going to show you the new build that I've done with the modding. I've looked over everything. I do think that Ironclad Matrix is going to be the good one here. I think that being tanky is still going to be awesome. I think that having a tanky Railjack was the best, just because so many things would shoot you, endless amounts of chip damage, very light shield repair to no shield repair. So I think Ironclad's going to be really good, so I'm going to stick with Ironclad. As you can see, some of the mods did get transferred, kind of. I'm not sure. So I have Hyperstrike, I have Forward Artillery, I have Predator, I have Section Density. But a lot of the mods disappeared. They just stopped existing. And a lot of the mods are not max rank. And that kind of upsets me a little bit. I do not want to spend more of my credits and more of my endo to level up these mods. I just don't think that that's fair to me, that I should have to reapply my resources to these things, and I'm hoping that they'll just fix it. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want to level any of these up. I'll level up like the rank 5 ones, but I do not want to level up the max rank ones because it's just way too much endo. It's way too much risk for me, I think. And I saw that if I sell all of my old mods, I'll have about enough endo to maybe level everything up, kind of, pretty much, but it's still not the way it used to be, and to me, I find that to be unfair. Just bring Dirac back, or if we can, hopefully we could just sell our Dirac for endo. I think that's the true good solution, a straight up Dirac to endo comparison feature. That would be awesome. If we could just transfer it into endo, then it's one less grind that the people have to work for, and that I think is fair. I think it's unfair to just take things away without saying anything. And even though they gave me a legendary fusion core, and even though they gave me 10,000 endo, I could have maxed these mods 10 times over with the amount of Dirac that I have. And the capacity looks to be about the same as it was before. You just have to remember you're going to have to upgrade your aura mods now. Another thing that they did that is kind of annoying to me is they have put designation markers, like type markers, on these mods so that you can't fill whatever mod you want in whatever slot you want. It used to be nice to be able to put whatever mod you wanted, like let's say you wanted Tether, you wanted Particle Ram, and you wanted Seeker Volley, because you thought that those were good. I know that they were kind of locked to slots before, but it was kind of unclear as to which slot was what, and we had it mostly figured out, you know, Munitions Vortex in slot 1, or Tether in slot 2, you know, Particle Ram in slot 2, things like that. It's nice of them to actually put the indicator on it so you can see, but it does look like they might have moved some stuff around so that you can't do things that you used to be able to do. Like Battleforge and Void Cloak. I'm pretty sure you used to be able to have Battleforge and Void Cloak on the same one. But it seems like they've separated them in such a way that you can't use Battleforge and Void Cloak. And in the past, I can't even remember what I had. I'm pretty sure I had Battleforge. I know I had Battleforge at least. I'm not sure if I had Void Cloak. I think I might have been using like Fire Suppression and Breach Quanta. I don't know. Here's the mods I'm using now. I'm using Battleforge. I'm using Death Blossom. And I think I'm using the Recall one because Form Up. I'm using Form Up on purpose because it's really, really annoying when people are outside of your Railjack and they won't return. So being able to just click Form Up and summon everybody back to your Railjack so that the mission ends, I think that that's really good. Overall, I have to say I am annoyed with how things happened. Here you can see I sort out my duplicates and I go to show all these mods that I used to have, or now that I do have. And even if I sold all of these mods, right? So let's say I sell 2,000 of this mod, and I sell, you know, the next 100 increment. That's 20,000 endo, or 1,000,000 credits. That's not even enough for one max rank mod, you know? So here's all of the mods. Let's sell it to the nearest reasonable integer so that I keep a small amount of these mods in case I want to trade them or use them in the future. So if I sell all these mods to the next nearest integer, I have 40-ish thousand endo. And if I sold the gold ones too, I'm not sure if I want to sell the gold ones or trade them or keep them. I'm not sure. But even if I sold everything, I might get 60,000 endo. which might just barely be enough to, max everything back out and maybe have a little bit left over. But in the past, I had so much Dirac that I could have just maxed them all. I did get my rush repair drones back, which I thought was cool. I already had max weapons. I already had max infusions on the weapons. But the one fusion core and the 10,000 endo was not nearly enough for me. I'm going to be playing over the next couple days. Feel free to send me a message if you want to get boosted through some of the new shit. I'm just going to be completely destroying all of it because I have max rank everything, and I just want to see how things turned out. I do want to enjoy the content, so I'll just be going through at a reasonable pace, and I hope that everyone has a good time and enjoys it.